Hello. Alright. So, other than the messed up chair, wish I had a better way to have this. So, I don't know about you, but I'm one of those people that likes to journal. I like to journal a lot. I'm one of those people that will tend to write a story or have a story that I've made up, or even just experiences that I've done and I've had. And I have several different journals that I have. I have a pocket notebook that I keep so I can write down topics that I want to write or that I might want to make a video about. And also, I have a journal, and this journal is that I pretty much just make up stories and stuff. And I have several other journals for other reasons and stuff. But one of my favorite journals that I have is this journal right here that this is more of experiences that I've had. I probably will in the future. I'll probably make more stories up and stuff. Is what I'm getting at. But this one right here is not my number one journal. I have written a lot down, but like for example, I've done one of my stories in here that I've written down, experiences with different games. And then I have story games versus online games, different online games that I've done, and versus different story games that I've had, and reasons why I like each game versus why I don't like them. Another one, I think actually the very first thing I wrote in this book, and this is a fairly new book is the thing, and I'm already halfway through it. Apparently, Billie Eilish was racist at some point or something. And then another experience was something talking about like first come, first serve. This because where I live now, there's only one bathroom, and I do still believe in first serve on anything, or at least that's how most things should be, in my opinion. But with this today, I was wanting to start reading some of the topics and stuff that I write down and stuff, and because I feel like this might be a decent story to tell about. And a lot of times I don't even write some of this stuff down in my own videos that I have done before. I tend to just tell the story right off the top of my head. But sometimes if I can't really get to a camera, or I usually keep somewhat of a notebook or so I can write it down. And I usually try to put something in a notebook at least once every day. And a lot of times it's just stories that I like to make up, or something like today. This one was an experience that I had because like I wrote down like so I was playing the game with my buddies, and a topic that comes up a lot of the time is just how do we get into making money just by playing video games? Because and I tend to write these trying to tell it to somebody just in case anybody did ever want to actually read my books or some shit. But because I feel like everyone would love to be able to just do the things that they love doing just to make money. For me, it's making content, playing video games, doing all kinds of other stuff. And I feel like a lot of other people would love to be able to do this kind of stuff. And and a lot of the reason why this topic comes up a lot of times is because I make a lot of content myself. They're wondering why I never do content with them most of the time. And most of the reason I have done this because in my past I have made content with friends from in the past, but problems have occurred. Either they no longer wanted to be a part of my content or my channel of any sorts, and or just some don't want to be recorded also when we're playing or I'm hanging out with them or anything. Also, as a bunch of other things have popped up in the past, so it's just easier not to make videos with my experience to not do it with friends. And they no longer want to be a part of it and just other kinds of stuff. Some don't want to be recorded at all when playing. And if you usually play with friends, at least from my experience, I'll say, if you're playing with friends, a lot of times you're trying to get the best moments or the funniest moments or highlights of the coolest stuff that has happened or stuff that y'all may have talked about. But here, I'll read this of the game that you was just playing, that whatever's going on. But that's the thing. When I used to do this, it used to take, sometimes I could produce a video in one day. Sometimes I could produce a video every other day. But sometimes it would take weeks, sometimes months, just for stuff to come out. Because we could play for hours, and maybe one thing was funny or cool that happened. So it was hard to get fun moments that to pass or to post because there was just so much filler that wasn't put in the video. This is what I told them, at least. I told them about doing funny moments with videos, and that then my friend was like, "Well, we could all just force it in a way or make it seem extra funny." And I was like, and you can do that, I guess, but like, at the same time, I don't want it to feel forced. I never wanted it to feel forced when I was doing videos with the friends and stuff. I wanted it to be genuine funny moments or cool moments that we was all just doing. And if we were going for cool moments and stuff, that's something that we was going for bouncing a grenade, or when we was doing searching the story content on Call of Duty. We was trying to get YouTube things and a bunch of funny moments and stuff, but we couldn't get it, and it felt forced, in my opinion. I never wanted to force the moment because it just wasn't fun. And then also, sometimes something you may think is funny today or cool may not be funny later or cool later, and that'll just be a big ass bummer as well. And also, sometimes a glitch or a new funny thing that you just did that you might think is cool as heck today, it might be with the next update or however long ago this clip may have been, because you've been holding on to clips for a while so that you can finally post it. No, now this glitch is no longer seizable or available because you was trying to do this glitch for so long, and when you finally did it, uh, you trying to get the clip together, but it was just one clip, and what that one clip at most might be a minute long, and of the whole video, and sometimes a clip may not even be that long. It might just be 20-30 minutes of the whole video, and or 20-30 seconds of the whole video, and you're trying to get at least a good sizable video to watch, more than a horizontal video clip. Sometimes that's all you're trying to do is just get the clip, but for that day. But if you're someone that's trying to get a bunch of moments together so that you can make a longer video, that's a little bit harder, in my opinion, unless you're just going for clips for the YouTube shorts and stuff. But it all depends on what you're trying to go for, and I guess so. Because like, a new update can come out, and you're still holding on to this clip that's so out of date from a few updates ago, and it sucks now because it no longer is a valid clip or something that most people can try. At least to me, some might be okay to still see it. So my one buddy, he was that don't work at all. He doesn't work at all. He doesn't have a job or anything. He was talking about streaming since he is home all day and just wants to play. And he said that's a good way to have all the fun moments and all the good moments, all the stuff that he's done with his friends in one spot. Then I had my take on it, and this is what I said. And yes, streaming is an awesome way to do this. And from the streams, you can clip moments and just make shorts and stuff out of it. But streaming with friends can be a bad thing as well, especially if they're not into the YouTubers things as well, or if they're not used to pretty much putting a filter on themselves. Because he didn't understand when I said that, and then this is what I was meaning when I told him this. I told him, look at our group, look at our friends playing today, and he said, oh. Then I said, oh, just listen to all the conversations we have had with just this 1 hour that we've been playing. Listen to all the cussing, that all the not safe for work discussions and not safe for work jokes that we have made. Also, look at this. Sometimes we talk about very intimate things that shouldn't be talked about, and there are times we play and we can't start another match, or we have to guard a person in mid-game, or they just get AFK'd because they have to, or kicked for inactivity because they had to go AFK. And I don't know, my brain's leaving me. Because someone has to go AFK for a moment or longer because they have to do something. They either have to use the bathroom or change the baby's diaper or put the baby to sleep or feed the baby. or make sure the baby's okay or their child is okay. I'm not just referring just to a baby, but make sure the child is okay because they're crying or they're hungry. They have to make sure it's fed, or if they got a wife or a girlfriend, or they have to go AFK to make sure the wife and or girlfriend's okay, or their husband or whoever it may be. So they have to step away for a while, and it's okay while you have multiple friends. And I say it like that is because if you have multiple friends playing with you while that one friend is AFK, y'all can talk about stuff. And if you are by yourself, or you have you and your one friend, and then that one friend goes away, well, then you're stuck SOL for a little while, and you don't have no one to talk to, and then that plays another factor. So they have to step away for a while, and then you have to still, because if you are not playing with multiple friends and you're by yourself, you still have to be entertaining to the chat, even when there's no one there. You still need to be somewhat entertaining when y'all are waiting, because even no matter what, but that's the thing. If it's just y'all two, I was saying, you have no one to talk to. And that's the thing too. Unless you have this planned out, and like you can write out some topics to talk about when your friend goes AFK or something, so that you can continue to talk during these things, and you can be like, well, I'll have the chat talk to me. Well, when you're just starting out streaming, that's just what I was telling them. And when you're first starting out streaming, you're not going to have nobody to join you, or if you do have somebody join you, they're not always guaranteed to talk to you. If you do have somebody watching you or lurking or whatever, you're not always guaranteed somebody to sit there and talk. Even if they are going to sit there and talk, they may not want to be harassed the whole time. They just wanted somebody to watch, especially when you first become a streamer, because especially when the first people come in, they're just wanting to see how you're, what kind of stuff that you do, so that, oh, do I want to follow this person or not? Well, if so, cool. If not, I'm not going to continue watching this stuff. And that was the things that I was just telling him. And then he was like, well, why does it matter? And I was like, oh, here, let me tell you why it matters. Because you can't just say anything. If you can't just have any friends when you're streaming. Let me say it like that. Because for me, I've had, because what I've wrote down right here is when depends on who you're playing with. They'll be making some dark humor. They do racist jokes. They leak information that shouldn't be leaked. For example, you could be you can be canceled for cussing probably too much, or even if not cussing too much, being racist in general, or hanging out with the people that you hang out with, playing the game, allowing that kind of stuff being even on your stream, even if you're not the one saying it, just because you are allowing it on your stream, letting other people watching it, could get you canceled. And that's the thing. There's been a lot of big streamers that even has been banned for a little while, even if it was a temporary ban. They've been temporarily banned because somebody else in their chat was saying something like that instead of themselves, because they weren't saying it, but somebody else in their videos. And also, people in chat, you have to moderate those kind of things as well, because somebody in chat, it starts shooting racial slurs and stuff like that, and hate speeches and stuff in your chat, and then next thing they're like, oh, you're allowing those kind of people in your chat, and when somebody comes back and watches your videos, but at the same time, I'm not letting them, but I'm not sitting there hover guarding every single comment that comes by, because there's so many that just pass by. For example, one day when I was streaming, when I first got in, started streaming, one of my buddies that was playing with asked another one of our buddies, hey, what's your phone number? And then he gave his phone number straight out on the stream. Luckily, nobody was watching, I will say. Luckily, because I wasn't getting nobody tuning in. Not even one person was tuning in at the time, which I'm very glad whenever I do get people now. But my point is, I wasn't getting no one, and we were just playing Call of Duty at the time. I just started the channel and everything, so no one was there to see a lot of the stuff that could be done. But I was just lucky at that time. I was able to delete the VOD, and no one was able to clip it. No one was able to write that stuff down and then do his phone, call him randomly. But that kind of stuff could happen. and everyone on stream nowadays can clip it, and anyone just getting random phone calls and all that kind of stuff is a thing that you truly have to worry about. Also, you can get banned, like I said, if you talk a lot of just stuff that, especially about the stuff that we just be talking about. I feel like could just either get us hated or canceled, or would more than likely possibly get banned. And then they were talking about just recording it all. And I said, well, that's a way to do it. And I do recommend doing that, especially if you're someone that doesn't get into or is worried about the streaming and all this and that. And then just posting it and then just editing out that kind of stuff. But if you're also someone that is not going to say, if you're someone that's not, especially if you're first starting out and you don't have someone that can edit your stuff for you, that's going to be a lot of work. Especially if you do a 6-hour session of gameplay, you're going to have not only do 6 hours of rewatching your stuff to try to get the best moments of that gameplay of that 6 hours, but you also have to do all the cutting, the slicing, the any extra voiceovers or any extra pairs to a video or slicing and stuff in general. You're going to have to do it all on your first bunch of videos until you get the money to be able to start hiring somebody else to do your stuff. And that's if you even want to do that, because me personally, I'm one of those people that don't get people to do my stuff. I still edit my own content and everything. But it's okay for me because, yes, I'm used to it. I do like it personally. He did ask me, hey man, do you think you can do my content for me? I said no, and I said only if you pay me. He was mad at me, but I said the reason why is because I do my own content. I post my own videos. I edit my own videos. I don't have the best content. I don't have the best videos and stuff, but at the same time, I still do my own stuff. He felt a little mad at me because I do what I do it that way. I didn't want to do his videos for him. I was like, unless I'm getting something out of it, I'm going to keep working on my own stuff. And I'm not trying to be a dickhead about it. But I'll show you how to edit your videos, and I'll show you everything. I'll give you the advice that I can give you, but I'm not going to sit here and tell you how to grow substantially, because I'm not big myself. I'm a bigger person, but I'm not big on social media. But he was like, well, long story short, I was like, if you want it enough, you'll figure out how you will do it. But I don't know. This is why I do videos. I do the videos that I do the way I do them. Because at least my newer videos, I post commentary style videos. Also, if I usually stream alone, and if I do stream with somebody, it's certain people that I stream with. Because that's what he said he'll do, as well as choose the people he'll stream with if he streams and stuff. He won't stream with the friend group and stuff because he's worried about it too. He said he's going to start doing this for, and the thing is, the past few months, apparently he's already started doing this. He has been streaming with certain friends, and if they're not on, he streams alone sometimes. But if he is streaming alone, he said something to me today, and I can't give the best information to grow, but he asked me, he said he's been clipping stuff, streaming for hours, posting his VODs, and still getting nothing out of it. And I asked him to send me the link to his channel so I can see how his channel looks and how he does his VODs and stuff, and also just to see if I can help in any way. I'm not going to be able to give you the best help, but I'll give you what I know personally, and at least what I can help. And the first thing is, when I even thought about that, was the fact that he never even told us that he even started the channel. The name of his, my brain is leaving me, sorry. He never even told us the name of his channel till now, actually. And that's one of the things that I would say to do, is what I was telling him. You got to start marketing your channel if you are going to do it. Like you said, you're clipping stuff. You got to post your clips to other social medias and stuff to let other people know, hey, I'm on other social. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Twitch or whatever else you're on, so that people will know to come find you. And if you're making, so you gotta tell people, tell it, and you ain't gotta tell everyone, but I would recommend just tell everyone and send everyone the fucking link, everyone that you, so that they can do the same. And I will say, no, not all the people that you send it to will watch, but it will get your name out there. The more you send it out to more people, And yes, it'll get you more views as well. Not always, but at the same time, it'll help out because there's going to be people that you even know that are curious. Oh, what is this person posting? So let me see. Click on one of their videos and see what kind of videos they post. And then if I like it, I'm going to subscribe. If I don't, I might still subscribe, but I'm not going to watch anything, especially if you know them. Because like my aunts, my uncles, and stuff, they're all subscribed to my channel, but they don't really watch my channel. uh, but at the same time, I'm like, well, it's cool to see the number bigger, I guess. But yeah, then either way, I went through a few of his VODs. And the first one that I actually clicked on was with him playing with some friends. And it was actually pretty entertaining. He was also pretty fun to watch. But I will say the moment his friend hopped off the stream, it went from happy joy to sad, depressed type shit. The whole vibe just changed. And it's like it just switched, and I don't know. And so I went to another VOD of him. The second VOD that I watched was him playing by himself, and the whole VOD was that way. Hardly any talking, a little bit of talking here and there, but there wasn't much going on. I watched as soon as that's the thing. As soon as he is alone in his videos or VODs and stuff, it seemed like he was just all sad and gloomy that nobody was talking to him, and I'm like, I don't know. This is one problem that I will say about it, is what I was telling them. Yes, you're providing gameplay, but it's not pro level gameplay. And since it's not pro level gameplay, you should talk more. It don't matter about what, just talk. Even if even whatever's going on, even if it's nothing, just telling people what your thoughts are about in the game, what you're thinking while you're playing the game, because people don't want to just watch gameplay. And I will say, some people do just want to watch gameplay, but at the same time, you have to pretty much have pro level gameplay. And if you're not a pro at the game and the VODs in your videos or anything, I feel like if you need to put a little bit more editing in it, at least to show the good gameplay moments. If you are, and I'm not saying that he's a trash player, but at the same time, I will say he should put a little bit, not just post a whole raw game VOD. I will say he should just post some semi, just more of a highlight reel of like a little montage, I guess, of that stream instead of the whole VOD, especially if he's not going to be talking or anything. But I'm just looking more on the content side, and that's what I was telling him at first. But then, if you are recommending posting just the full VOD, you need to make it interesting, and so people will want to watch it. And with his clips, they were good, and some of them were good. I will say. Some of them like had some funny moments with his friends and stuff, and then some of them just didn't have. They were just random parts of the VODs, and they weren't really much of anything. It wasn't really that interesting to watch. It was him getting a win or the most random kill or elimination in the game, and I'm like, that's cool, but or how he eliminated the whole squad or something, because he does a lot of solo squads and stuff like that on Fortnite or whatever he's playing, and I'm sitting there, that's cool and all, but some of it ain't. It's just like, especially, I'm not trying to be mean about Fortnite, but because Fortnite does add a lot of bots in your games now, if you are doing, it's not as impressive anymore, in my opinion. But if you still can do clutch up on squads and stuff, cool. Solo squad at least two, bro, that's cool as fuck. But at the same time, I don't know, that whole segment right there could have probably been a video itself instead of a VOD, a part of the VOD. You could and this is what I was telling them, segments like that you thought was just to let people know, hey, you're playing solo squads, so that people would know. You can watch his VOD to know that this, but at least clip that whole area out, do a highlight of that whole match so that people would know that you was playing solo squad, so that people would see that you clutched up or something. I don't know. And I was just saying, ugh, it's cold, getting colder. Sorry. Long story short about it, I was telling them, you gotta talk like somebody's there the whole time, even if they're not. If you do these things, I feel like it could help out the stream. But I'm not sure, I will say, because I've been streaming, I've been posting videos for going on 10 years myself. Well, the streaming side of things, I didn't really start until till pretty recently. But the whole content creating things I've been doing for 10 years, so I'm not going to be the person that can tell you what you should and shouldn't do, but I feel like, at least from being consistent, being somewhat entertaining at least the whole time will be a good thing. And the last bit of advice that I could have given them is watch back your VODs. If you are entertained with your VOD, cool. If that means somebody else more than likely will find entertainment in your VOD. And if you're not entertained in your VOD or stream or a video, I'm not saying if you find a single moment that you're like, oh, I'm bored, let me turn this away. No, there can be some boring moments, but don't make it so long and drug out that people actually have the time to think, oh, dude, I need to click the fuck off this stream. Like, have something going on the whole time, something that you're talking about. And if they don't find your topic that you are talking about, then they might click off the stream. But hey, I'm not saying that every topic that you find that you're going to talk about is going to be entertaining, but that's the best thing I can say is if you don't find your videos entertaining, at least to a degree of I can actually sit here and watch this person while I eat, then that's how I grade my videos, at least for that I post on my channel. Because there's plenty of times that I've recorded stuff and then I'm bored of what I'm doing. And so I'm like, you know what, man, I should just not post this video because it's boring. I would just delete the whole video sometimes. And I will say this though, the main reason I don't say his name is because he was telling me if I was to talk about this, because I told him I was going to make a video talking about something like this, and he was just pretty much telling me don't say his YouTube name and stuff, or don't put it in no description or anything, because he personally wants to get his stuff fixed before he actually starts doing his channel and everything. And he was talking about if he does start doing more, then I can give him a shout out if I want to. But until then, who knows? But that's the main reason I'm not giving him a shout out right now. That's why I just kept saying my buddy. And a couple days or however long it takes him to finally get his stuff situated and everything, whenever he finally does get it situated, I'll do it. But until then, I'm just someone telling a story that I decided to write. Pretty much trying to help out a friend as much as I can. And that's the thing, though, too. I'm going to say this, though. If you're starting a YouTube channel, or if you have a friend that's doing a YouTube channel, or if you have a big number of, no matter how big your channel is or how small your channel is, the stuff that you learn, I don't like gatekeepers. Personally, if I can help somebody, I want to help them. If they want to grow on social media, I will not be able to help you grow, but I will tell you all the stuff that I know about YouTube and Twitch and stuff like that. I can tell you how to make not better content, but I can tell you how to make content, how to edit your videos and stuff. I can tell you, but you take what I teach you, and then you can improve upon that, or you can do exactly as I'm telling you what I do. However you want to do it. But long story short is, if you are streaming, I feel like you should go in. You don't have to stream every day either. That is the thing. But if you are one of those people that want to stream every day, go in with a deal or a idea of what you're wanting to say or what you're wanting to do. And I wouldn't surround myself with people that I wouldn't, or at least on the streams, I wouldn't surround myself. I would be more aware of who I'm streaming with, because streaming with certain people, they just don't care if they or what they say or anything. They don't care of this or that. They're like, they want to be the next. They want to be annoying as hell to you because they're like, oh, why do I care? I'm not the one that's streaming. But at the same time, it's not good to, I don't know, it's not good to try to be mean or vulgar or talk shit while somebody else is streaming, because if somebody is sitting there streaming and stuff, and if your name's getting out there, or if they are a bigger streamer or whoever, you don't want to sit there and make things bad for them so that it's hard for them to be able to do stuff. There's been times that I've sat there and recorded the whole time, and there was maybe 10 minutes of a 6-hour stream that I could actually put into a video, because of all the stuff that we probably talked about, or all the stuff that just didn't happen. There was a bunch of quiet moments that didn't happen, or a bunch of stuff that was just said that just shouldn't have been said, or if it was said, it shouldn't go on content at least. it can be said, but because sometimes I've been playing with friends, they'll be sitting there talking trash about another friend that they have, and they're like, oh, well, this friend watches your content, can you not post this? Or friends wanted to a certain discussion that we had taken out, or certain things were said that just shouldn't have been said that were racist, or and they were saying, and I'm over here, dude, I gotta take all this shit out now. And or especially like they're like, dude, I hit the sickest shot today, or I'm watching the kill cameras, and the whole time it's nothing but screaming in the background, and it's not even worth posting because stuff that's being said in the background, it's just like, I don't know. If you can make content, I say go ahead, but at the same time, being entertaining the whole as much as you can during the stream, and you ain't got to make your stream 5, 6, 7 hours. You can sit there and stream for 30 minutes to an hour if you want to, talking about 1 to 2 topics or however many topics you're talking about, playing the game or whatever. Me, I go live probably a couple times a day. I don't really go live long when I do, and I'm just chatting most of the time about a topic that I wanted to talk about. And if I do go only live, I try to go live at least once a day talking about some topic, so I can post a video about it. And sometimes if you I don't know. Sometimes it's just more fun to post videos. It's just all. Some people don't like the editing process, and they don't like having to do that. Which you can get AI to do a lot of this stuff now, because there are AI editing apps and stuff. Or you can, if you don't like the way AI does it, and I don't like it either for a lot of stuff, because they have something where you can do transcript type shit, and then you can cut out the silent moments, which technically that is what I do with 98% of my videos. Not the AI thing, but what I'm saying is, like, I usually take the video and then take out a lot of the more silent moments and editing out a lot of the stutters, and or if I'm repeating myself a lot, I go through that kind of stuff. But with the AI, there's stuff that gets taken out that shouldn't have been taken out, or added, that when you try to do the AI captions and stuff, the captions get all wrong and stuff. And yes, you can go through and edit the go through that kind of stuff, but it's still, I don't know, it's not as efficient to me. And also, just editing in general is fun to me to a point. But if you get to that point to where you can get somebody to edit your videos for you, cool. But at first, it's going to start off with just yourself, and then no matter however long you do, however long this might take, it might take forever. For like I said, I'm going on 10 years this December 30th. Be me going on 10 years of self editing and everything by myself. And if finds maybe I might one day find somebody that get to do my videos. But if I have had some friends talk about how they wouldn't mind to do it, but at the same time, I have to pay them. The same as I said to my one friend, they have to pay me. If I'm going to edit your videos, you're going to have to pay me. I'm not going to sit there and just by myself my free time. And when I do it myself, I already do my own videos. And I just don't want to kind of that unless I'm getting something out of it. Because it does show my editing skills, I guess. But like at the same time, I already do edit my own videos. I don't have the best editing skills out there, but that's not also the kind of job I'm looking for either, is to be somebody else's editor. Like anything, I want to just to film how I want to film, and do the videos the way I want to do. And a lot of my videos, I do add captions in my videos too. I still mess up on occasion on my captions because I just don't know how to maybe spell a word, or I might add a word that it sounds like it to me, but then I've been told that, oh, this ain't the word that you just said, and I'm like, it sounds like it to me, especially going back to a lot of these videos and stuff that I've posted. But I don't know. I want to say thank y'all for watching. And if y'all are new to the channel, please hit that follow or subscribe or like or whatever the heck you got to do to keep being entertained by me, if you want to keep being entertained by me. And if you are subscribed or follow or anything of that nature, hey, you know what? It'd be cool if you share this with somebody and show them this kind of stuff as well. And I want to say thank y'all for tuning in, and anybody that likes this kind of stuff, awesome. But I want to say, do what you gotta do when you really want to do it. Have fun with your life while you can, and I'll talk to y'all later.